Alright, so to start the tutorial, you will have a input point, this chest right here, so this will be your Guardian format. After that, you're going to need to basically get a hopper, like so. Get the input from the bottom of the hopper. If you want to be exactly like Mumbo's, you would have to do one out of both sides like this, but I'm only going to be doing it out of one side for simplicity. So let's get this all the way over here. And then it will go into a, we'll only go to this far, it'll go into a dropper, so that way you can actually dispense the item up into an elevator itself. And then you're going to cage that off. If you want it like his, I'll do it in glass for now, just for the sake of being able to see everything. But you do that up as high as you want. So we'll go 3 high right now. 4 high. We'll go up to 4 high, so that way we can have a nice top ring going around it. But then out of the back of here, we're going to have to do a little bit of redstone clockwork, so that way it will actually detect everything correctly. So you're going to put a comparator right here outside of this dropper. Just like that. So we need a comparator output because we need to be able to make this thing automatically push items up for however long items are in there, but you need to do it in a clock so it'll keep dispensing the items. So we have to go a comparator output and then a block up, block down, because the block up here, power that one on, block down, so you create a piece of redstone dust there. You have to put this one up here to cut it off. Then you need a redstone repeater output right there. And then you need this to go back into it. And why you need that one to go back into it is because this will do a 1 comparison. So the dropper is giving you a power of 1. This indicates a power of 1, so that way this loop will go as long as there are items in there. But once the item is missing, it will not go anymore. And you can actually see that by putting an item in here. It starts flashing. But it's not obviously powering the dropper because there's no power being generated towards it. So you have to put a block here. Obviously glass will not work because glass cannot power redstone, but you can put, or glass is a transparent item and it can't actually be powered, but you can put a block here and you see the item was dispensed to the top of the item elevator. With the pass to allow us to get our items to go around the base, this will be a waterway path using packed ice in order to accomplish the goal the best way possible. So we will start by first removing these center 3 items and then getting some packed ice and then creating a ring around the whole entire base with packed ice, and this will represent the bottom of our waterway. You'll notice that on the left and right sides I am leaving a 2-block gap open on the sides, and it's because I plan on putting chest and sorting on that side, on those sides, whereas on the back you have only 1 block gap because I don't plan on doing that, and on the front it actually ends up being flush with that wall because I don't also plan on putting chest on that side, and there would be another item elevator potentially right at that corner. A cage around that to get the items dispensed all the way to the top, and then we'll be adding a center circle of glass to allow us to see our items going across the water tracks from below, just like with Mumbo's original base design. So now that we have the inner track, we are adding in the outer track to keep the water contained so our items will stay on the field. So now that we have our kind of pathway set up, we need to actually add in the water to allow the items to go around the path completely. So we're adding 1 block right before each of these corners, and that will cut off any water stream and allow us to put a source block at the corner and basically allow it to make our items to be able to turn corners and such. The only problem is that you will see right here, as I put this water source down, that the water doesn't quite make it all the way, so I'll show you how we'll fix that in about 1 second. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add another half slab, which I get right here, and we'll put it right here, and then we're going to actually, no, that's not good, we'll move it back 1 more. the half slab right here, and then we'll put one more water source right there, and that just allows for items to go underneath of the half slab and continue on their way. So now the only problem is that items cannot be pushed far enough over for the hoppers to actually grab them because of the whole block. So we have to take a chest and we have to put it right here at this corner, so that way when the items hit that corner, they'll be pushed over farther. Now that we have our corner set up, can actually show you that the items can fit basically in between two blocks now and be picked up by hoppers. See what happens is if you take this item, you throw it into this stream right here, you'll see it zip along, actually get caught on this corner right here, which shows that it's being almost in two blocks at the same time. It can be picked up by hoppers. You'll have to do this on every corner that you want to do this hopper chain on. So now we will be adding in the item filtration system, but before we do that we have to make it so that way the hoppers can actually grab the items as they're passing along. In order to do that we have to replace these 4 glass blocks right here with 4 half slabs like so. Let me fix this one. And now that we have these, when the items come around that corner they'll hit the chest, which will put them at a further over spot than they would be if they hit a full block, and actually allow for a hopper to pick them up along the way. So now we will add in hoppers in order to allow for the items to actually be caught through the water stream. If I can throw it right, as you will see here, that chest I just threw will be in the first hopper because the hopper has no filtration system on it yet. So now let's go ahead and add our chests to this system, because we will continue adding hoppers here in a second to indicate, or that will actually be the tubes if you want to put it that way. Don't forget to alternate trap chest and normal chest here to make sure that they do not combine together. I'm just going to do 4 for now, and it can be replicated pretty easily. So now let's actually add in we're going to start adding in the structure for the filter system that was created by, I believe, those Impulse. But actually now I started putting the wool, we probably should finish out the hoppers, so let's go ahead and just come into here and finish placing all hoppers into the correct positioning. I gotta fix this one because it needs to face into the chest in front of it, not downwards. So now that we have that set up, we can add the comparator coming on each hopper. After we add in the comparators, we need to set up this simple, it's almost like a T shape. We will put some redstone torches here. These redstone torches will be blocking the bottom hoppers, so that way they don't automatically start pulling in items until they get the redstone torches turned off. You want to put this redstone dust on top, because this redstone dust will be equaling a total of length 3, which when the hopper is at the right length, it'll power all of that. And once we finish this part right here, where we will be putting some redstone repeaters in here, which now that I've built it this way, we should probably just go ahead and put them in here. So, oops, let me clean this up real quick. So we'll put this redstone repeater here, this one here, and the last one right here. So now when we reach a power of 3 of these dots, which will then power this redstone repeater, turning off this torch and allowing this hopper to grab items from the filtered one at the top. So now we'll actually add in the items to be filtered. You need a trash item that can just be placed throughout this thing that won't be sorted. So I'm going to use orange wool here. For bigger sorting systems, I would actually suggest using a renamed item using an anvil, as those are actually unique items and can't be found naturally. So now that we have our filter blocker items in there, we're going to grab some basic unique items. I'm just going to grab some, I think we get some iron, some gold, some diamond, and let's grab some emeralds. And what these will do is, these will be our items that we're using to sort. So I'll throw the iron in from the left to the right, then gold, then diamond, then emerald. Now from the inside perspective, that'll be from right to left. Let's go grab my inventory. Let's go get a item frame real quick so I can make an easy to see display for everybody to know what's in what. Grab all this stuff. Alright. Here's the item frame. So as you can see, there's 41 plus the 4 filter. Now you can play with these numbers a little bit if you would like to adjust it, but it's up to you. I've had hit or miss success with that. This one is guaranteed to work because it pulls from the left to the right first. Since it's such a big number on the left side, it will never get to a point where you start grabbing the filtered items. But, so let's add the correct items into the frames and finish off this emerald. Okay, so now we'll actually show you, so let me actually show you an example of it working. So we'll actually take these items and we'll throw into the water stream. You see them go around, hit that corner, they hit the chest, they get pushed further, and then they don't come through the stream anymore because the hoppers actually grabbed them. So you will notice that items are coming through now. There should be about 23 of each one. Let's see here. So you only have 22 diamonds, which means that one of them is still locked in the hopper, which happens occasionally. So now we will actually take these items, put them into the item elevator itself. As you can see, it's popping them up one at a time automatically. The nice thing is, where we chose the item elevator design, is it won't just be clicking infinitely. It actually stops once there's no more items in it. But as you can see, the items are going around the circle. They come through this side first, and they'll actually go a full circle path before they get pushed into the corner, and now it's actually picked up by the hoppers. But as you can see, they're flowing right around that corner, hitting the chest, and now they're in hopper grab range, and the hopper is picking them up as they come around the corner. So the items are empty, there's no more in the elevator, and they should all be contained within the chest. Let's take a look. Looks like we're missing some of our gold. So let's go up here and look and see what's going on. Okay, there, it's not in the filter, but there it is sitting in the corner. So what happened is, let's just throw this back in here, is that got stuck. As you said, you're pushing it over kind of in between two blocks. It got stuck in the hopper that time, but as you can see, it's in here now. But it got kind of stuck on that corner there where it couldn't go into the new line. So the solution would be to put a slab with a piece of glass as it got stuck on. But that's the design of Mumbo Jumbo's base. Thanks, guys.